You know what I'm saying? I'm still Kelvin Hunter. I'm cool with that. I was Cav. I'm still Cav. I'm appreciating Kelvin.
Topics and Tea with Candice P in 3, 2, 1. All right, you guys, this is part 2 of Wendy Williams' ex-husband, Kelvin Hunter, speaking, giving his side of the story, defending himself, explaining why he ended up being with Sharina Hudson and why he chose to have a baby with her. He said that Sharina wanted to have an abortion, but he said no. He said he's always wanted a family. He said Wendy Williams chose fame and her job. He made it clear that he's apologetic to Wendy Williams, but he does not regret it.
For the people who are dwelling on the fact that I had a baby, a beautiful daughter, a beautiful, beautiful, smart daughter with a beautiful person, just know that at the end of the day, before there was any, and again, I take accountability for all my actions as a man, and I'm sorry that I hurt someone to that degree when it came to fulfilling a piece of my happiness. I've always been a family-oriented person, even though I'm not close with a bunch of my family, and I would have loved to create more family. But again, when you sacrifice, the business, it's only people that's running a real race don't understand. When you run in a race, sometimes you don't find time or can foresee that if that's not part of your real foundation. And for a long time, I thought that you get to somewhat of the top, because there was still some ways to go. When you get to somewhat of the top of a situation, and you think, yeah, this is what it is. Well, you know what? I've been fortunate enough to have a lot of stuff and do all that, but this is not what it is. A person need more than just this. They need foundation over everything. I've seen people with much less be more happier with their foundations, even where I'm at. And I'm sorry that make sure no. I'm sorry that the emergence of life, how I decided to bring it, hurt her and the whole stereotype of what happens when a man does that. I understand that you can't make everyone happy in that instance, but I do not regret what happened. I was not trapped into what happened. As a matter of fact, and again, I'm profusely apologetic for the impact it caused. I realize that. But as a matter of fact, the mother of my child, when we discovered it, she was like, no, we don't need to. She was the first one to try to suggest an alternative, and I actually said no. And that's because of the joy that I needed to have in my life at the time. Because of whatever was happening at 100 miles an hour and happening right under me and around me, that, from whatever type of control freak people paid me out to be, there was a lot of things I couldn't control. But yeah, I could have controlled my actions better if I chose to. But until you've been in my shoes wholeheartedly to understand exactly what I was dealing with, you can't tell me nothing. I don't know too many men that could have done exactly what I did. And I'm not trying to be cocky. I'm not trying to act like I'm just saying the truth. I don't know too many people that could have done and bared the weight of what I did wholeheartedly. And I don't know too many people that could have did what she did. That's why she stand on her throne no matter what. But for whatever we were supposed to be together at a point where I fought for family many a days. I fought to bring my son here. I fought to try to keep a semblance of what the essence of family is, and I've been on my own since I was 15 years old. So whatever I'm trying to put together as family to be family first, I stood on that strong. And what happened? What happened is, you know, family didn't stand there. Family wasn't a priority like it should have been. When you chase something more, when you chase something more and you start to forget, you know, what's important and what's like it's never supposed to be the other way around. Like it's supposed to be this first, and we'll figure it out. We'll figure it all out, no matter what happens. But when it's not that no more, and you got a million people and devils and serpents and snakes and salamanders and all that, you know, trying and feeding and enabling. And let's be clear, the enabling happened at an all-time high when I was desperately trying to get right. I don't care how much partying we done did and drinks, whatever. You get to a point where you got to get right. But when people want to keep you in a certain state, they enable. You know, and there was enabling happening clearly after my departure. There was enabling happening towards the end of my departure. And there were people that basically were saying, like, you know, even though we know there's a certain level of help needed, we're not getting behind it. We're not supporting that. We just want to make sure. We just want to make sure that she, you know, that she can do it. So, you know, when you got so many things stacked, and then as soon as you get out of the way, soon as you know, you can say, hey, if I place myself out of the way, if you think I fucked up the bag or whatever you want to say, like at the end of the day, the blessings came tenfold. I wanted my son to have another sibling on this earth so that he can have somebody else to count on. So I have some immediate family. I want him to have blood.
Okay, so y'all heard that. There's so much more to this video I'm about to let y'all hear, but I just wanted to say my opinion real quick. I don't ever condone cheating. If you want to be with somebody else, if you want to start a family with somebody else, get a divorce, period. Now, with that said, hearing directly from Kelvin, I can say that I understand him. I don't agree with what he did, but I understand him. When a husband or a wife puts their career completely ahead of their family, ultimately they end up losing their family. He should have got a divorce instead of cheating, but like I said, I understand him a little bit more now. Now y'all, listen to this next part. Kelvin basically says that Wendy Williams' manager left her to die, denied her medical coverage when she needed it, back when she was hosting the Wendy Williams show from home with DJ Booth. He said it was DJ Booth that called him to help her because management would not. Y'all, listen to this.
To get specific about a lot of things, again, one of the many things that I did, you know, during the divorce, in the midst of, not just before the divorce, I'm talking about during, was very integral in helping my son save his mom's life, while current management was ready for her to die, leaving her to die, imminent danger, and was on call. And if you really want to keep it funky, that's, you know, the whole situation with DJ Booth, and that's you know, shouts to you, my dude, but to keep it funky, like, you know, he called me. I had to ask him why. He said because he couldn't call anybody else. A whole staff of people there, and she's in a damn near a state that is crazy. People know she's in this state. People have seen what happened. They see she's broadcasting from the house. You seeing what's happening. Because it's pre-taped, you don't do anything. You just cut off the feed. and leave the DJ guy who happened to think fast, manning everything in the house. Where they do that at? You think if Ellen or somebody's broadcasting from their house that, you know, they would do that? Or Jimmy Fallon? Or the cast of The View? You would have at least 5 or 6 people on call. No, it was just Booth. And when he called me and told me what was happening, there was another individual that was there, that was there and knew. It was damn near like family that happened to jump in and see and help save. Wow. Management sat back and just let it. So, current management, y'all do the math. Y'all figure it out. Current and only management sat back. I happen to have been in New York taking care of something before I got to come back down here and start my life. My son, you got to get an emergency medical team to come in and try to, a private one. And you got this guy denying coverage. He's denying coverage for this person to come on this, to come upstairs, for these people to come upstairs and save this woman's life. So when my son got to threaten and say, I'm gonna call 911 if you don't let them up. You never decided to call in the midst of everything. You didn't even call to see about what previous doctor she might have had that I had knowledge of. You didn't try to follow up with none of that. So whatever went awry, and now you got a person that's just getting ready to, you got a person that's getting ready to damn near die. And they got to have 2 blood transfusions later. But these are also the same people that in the midst of the whole breakup and a distraught person, emotionally distraught person, they decided to pick the management. They, you know, like a real conflict of interest. They bring in people that they got in pocket to be involved. So now the whole control game is at an all-time high. It's all about control. They don't care if somebody gets well. They don't care if somebody is functional. It's about control. And the control that they felt they had after I left, the control they thought I had when I was there, and that was my ex-wife. This person was going through some real stuff before any baby news or anything happened. This is some real stuff happening, and I'm not trying to diss. It ain't about dishing. This is about understanding what a person got to go through. I've had many people in my family, my immediate family, go through stuff, and whoever is on here who have remotely a family member that's really went through something, it's you know, and just because you got money and you go through a whole you masquerade stuff with, you know, makeup and that, you know, when you take all that off, the person that you are is who you are. I left a lot on the table. You know, y'all don't have to worry about any haters or whoever coming in here trying to, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna give that person any type of energy. And she know who she is, but you know, whatever, yo. You obviously have some weird obsession, and you really are unfactual. And we know that you lie, so it's all cool. Like I'm just here trying to talk some truth, and I am going to repost this. It's unfortunate that I couldn't do it on my page because, you know, people doing all kinds of craziness, reporting to me. I'm not really doing anything, but you know, I appreciate coming on here and being able to let you know what it is. No, I am not getting back together with my ex. I'm currently cool. I'm happy. I wish her well. You know what I mean? I'm in my zone. I'm in my relationship, you know, with like I said, someone that's a rider no matter what anybody want to think. I'm trying to surround myself with good people that don't have ulterior motives and ain't just around. You know what I'm saying? I'm still Kelvin Hunter. I'm cool with that. I was Cav. I'm still Cav. I'm appreciating Kelvin. I'm looking at that as a new lease on life. My health and wellness is not a shtick.
Okay, so y'all heard that. There's another part that I didn't include because I didn't want this video to be too long. Maybe I'll do another one. But real quick, I'll tell y'all my opinion. Like I already said, I definitely do not agree with Kelvin cheating on Wendy and having a baby on her. He should have just divorced her and went on with his life and had a family with Sharina. He definitely dropped the ball in his marriage. Now, as for business and taking care of Wendy's health, clearly, Kelvin was the one keeping everything together because when he left, look what happened, y'all. Now all the pieces are coming together and I'm so happy that Kelvin finally spoke. And in my opinion, I believe him, especially the part about DJ Booth because I already heard that, but I wasn't allowed to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But since Kelvin spilled the tea, that is the real reason why Booth got fired, y'all. When Booth overstepped management and called Kelvin to come help Wendy get medical attention, management fired him. And Wendy Williams thought that DJ Booth left. Wendy thought DJ Booth left. DJ Booth thought Wendy fired him. But what really happened was management got rid of Booth because he was trying to help too much and because he called Kelvin, who management clearly doesn't like. And as you guys saw, Booth and Wendy Williams recently got back cool and clearly talked about everything, apologized to each other, and moved forward. Y'all, it's a lot. The point I'm making is that DJ Booth, Kelvin, and Kevin Jr. were the only ones to step in and make sure that Wendy Williams got the help that she needed. And that is why she ended up in the hospital getting treatment, and that is why she's taking this very long hiatus, because people who really cared about Wendy made sure she did not come back to the show and made sure she got the help she needed. And while Wendy Williams has been getting the help that she needs health-wise, y'all, all those schemers and snakes that messed up her Wells Fargo bank account, she don't have access to her money. She lost her show. Oh, it's so unfortunate. I want to know what y'all think. Make sure y'all comment down below all your thoughts. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and the notification bell. And I'm gonna catch you in the next one, all right? Bye.